decided not to run. So Jackie Clarkson is back into the race. What's going on?
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, doing fine.
I would say this, Steve. I think you've got a situation where Kristen was maybe a little bit concerned about her re-election against a well-funded African-American candidate, Nadine Ramsey. The district is majority African-American. And then, of course, she got the mayor, I think, trying to see if he can get his candidate in the race, because I don't think he wants to work with a candidate that's going to be more inclined to be supportive of Richmond and like Spears. So he, I think, just convinced Jackie to run. I think Jackie loves the spotlight. Jackie loves being in office. She doesn't want to back away, even though she's 78 years old. So I don't think it took too much arm twisting to convince Jackie to run. And they know how popular Jackie is in the C district, that she's represented that district for years. People love her. So I think she goes in as a strong favorite against Nadine Ramsey. Yeah.
That's pretty amazing. I mean, when you think about it. So yeah, it's just unbelievable as far as I'm concerned, the turnaround. Now let's just talk about one other race for a second, and that is something that you brought up, something I wrote about. What if Mitch Landrieu gets somewhat formidable competition? What's that going to do to Mary Landrieu, if anything? And my position is that it could have a real adverse impact upon Mary Landrieu's senatorial race. My position is that it's not necessarily, say, the presence of say, a candidate, such as the judge, but the question of the entirety of the election in terms of, and I'm using a famous saying, the quote, chocolate city versus vanilla city. Now, Bagneris is not necessarily the same Ray Nagin chocolate city in terms of post-Katrina. But there is a discussion going on right now in terms of who's going to control the city. Is it going to be 5-2 in terms of the blacks, or is it going to be a majority white? Bagneris, may fall within that whole context. And then you have the election of Mary Landrieu being, her support being splintered by election against Mitch Landrieu and against the black and white context of New Orleans. So, Jeff Kerr, what do you think?
All right, well, here's what I think. I think you're going to see a lot of Republican support for Michael Bagneris coming in maybe from outside of Louisiana. Because let's say if lightning strikes and he wins, Mary Landrieu then loses this massive advantage she has in having her brother as mayor of a city. Certainly Bagneris is going to endorse her. Certainly he'll be behind her. But that level of intensity, that type of effort that she would get from her brother certainly wouldn't be there for Michael Bagneris. So I think it would be a blow to her. I think it's certainly something she definitely wants to avoid for family reasons, for political reasons, for her own career. So that's why I think Republicans might see this as an opportunity. Hey, let's see if we can possibly pull an upset here and elect a guy who will probably be less motivated to help Mary Landrieu than, of course, her own brother Mitch. I do think that there's a racial angle to the elections. I think there's African-American leadership who'd like to see the council majority African-American. And there's going to be also white leadership who vote race and will support either Landrieu or Bagneris for racial reasons. Unfortunately, that's always a factor in politics.
Well, in all fairness, though, I mean, you don't think that there's a large or a strong population of whites who want to make sure that that the city returns or remains a white city, a vanilla city, have your flavor? I mean, come on, it's not just the blacks, it's the whites.
No, I said that. I said
both.
both.
You said that. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, both.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I apologize.
And I think that's definitely a factor with some voters. But there's going to be crossover vote, and the question is, who's going to win that? Who's going to win that crossover vote campaign? And the advantage for Bagneris is that he doesn't have to win as much white vote as Mitch Landrieu has to win as far as the black vote. Because, Steve, the demographics are 63% African American, 37% white. This is almost the same demographic we had prior to Katrina, when it was 65% African American, 35% white. So we're getting now back to stronger African American representation in the city. And that's going to be reflected, no doubt about it, in the council, and it's going to be a factor in the mayor's race.
Well, I'm sure there'll be a lot of talk about all this tonight for sure. I mean, looking at all the issues, black versus white in terms of the city election, black versus white in terms of the mayor's election, old guard in terms of Mitch Landrieu, Mary Landrieu in terms of the impact of that, Jackie Clarkson getting back into a race for District C.
Don't forget Charlie Foti. He's been sheriff for 30 years, trying to get his old job back.
Yeah, I mean, Foti versus trying to get his job back. Now the outsider in a race against a Morial backed candidate. Which is Mullen Gusman. This is pretty interesting stuff.
It is, sure and we're going to have to really get into it quickly because there's no time. Because this thing is going to be gone pretty soon. And there'll be a few runoffs that'll keep us going until March, but I don't know if there's going to be a runoff in the mayor's race. Because I don't think the third and fourth candidates, Manny Chevrolet Bruno,
that's right,
our friend.
That's right, Manny Chevrolet.
Of course, Donatus King. I don't think they're going to get too many votes.